call this meeting to order. Before we have our pledge of allegiance, we'll have our invocation. Please stand.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for today, for the life you've given us today. Just pray that as we live, that we continue to think on you. Father, we thank you for our city. We ask you to be with us tonight as we deliberate. And as we grow as a city, we pray that we grow and care for others, care for our city, care of doing what you would have us to do. In your name we pray.
Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Webb, call roll, please.
Pro Tem Bobo. Present. Councilman Washington.
Here.
Councilwoman Dykes. Thank you, sorry. And President Hogg.
Here. Item 5 is presentations. We have 2 this evening. 5A is January Business of the Month. Mayor Hinton and Councilman Washington.
Former Mayor Bobby Herndon started the practice several years ago of recognizing a Northport Business of the Month. He continued this as long as he was mayor. As mayor, I will continue, with the help of the council, to do the same. Businesses are the heartbeat of the city. We need to do everything possible to encourage their success and to thank them for providing the goods and services needed by our residents. Tonight, we recognize Northport 5 and 10, a downtown business in Mr. Washington's district. And I'm going to ask Mr. Washington to make a few comments this time.
Well, first I'd like to say, for me, I try to reach out to some of the older businesses in town because at the end of the day, a lot of older business been in town for a long time and give a chance to recognize them and hopefully be here forever. I try to shop there every chance I get when I go downtown. Stop at the City Cafe, stop by and buy 1 or 2 different things in there. So just trying to show a lot of support. Appreciate your service and appreciate you being here.
Mr. Hardy, I have to say that I guess my sisters would absolutely cry if they could not shop at Northport 5 and 10. They often talk about the things they buy there and how much they appreciate your business and the things you do. I'd like to read this proclamation now, if I could. Whereas Northport 5 and 10 is a vibrant local business that has remained a staple in downtown Northport, and whereas this business is owned and operated by a hometown resident, Joe Hardy, and whereas stepping foot into this store whisked one away to a place far back in time where things were simple and a little bit slower paced, and whereas customers are always greeted with a friendly smile and "Can we help you today?" And whereas a trip to downtown Northport would not be the same without seeing the familiar white sign with the classic red lettering, and whereas now more than ever supporting small businesses means we are also supporting the livelihoods and ongoing success of our neighbors and the future of our community. Now therefore I, John Hinton, by the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Northport, Alabama, do hereby proclaim Northport 5 and 10 to be Business of the Month, January 2023 in the city of Northport, and express our appreciation for their continued contributions to the quality of life and well-being of our citizens. It is businesses like Northport 5 and 10 that make Northport a better place to live, work, and do business. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Northport to be affixed this 9th day of January 2023. John Hinton, Mayor. Thank you, sir. Let me turn this around here to you.
I'd like to thank Councilman Washington, Mayor, the rest of the council, and the city of Northport. I've been here over 39 years with my business, and as long as my body keeps me going, I'm going to keep it going.
And we really appreciate you. Let's get up here for a picture. And present this to you. And I'll sit and give this to you. Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
And next under presentations is a proclamation from the mayor in regards to human trafficking. Mayor Hinton.
And we have another proclamation relating to a serious problem in our society, human trafficking. Northport has taken a proactive stand on this matter, and we are hopeful we will not be dealing with any problems other cities experience. Would Ms. Jamie Willett come forward, please? Willett? Ms. Willett is Community Awareness Engagement Chair of the Alabama Human Trafficking Task Force. And let me read the proclamation. Whereas the city of Northport seeks to enhance public welfare, protect public safety, and promote human flourishing for all residents and visitors by declaring their freedom from human trafficking is a fundamental human right. And whereas due to its isolating nature, many individuals remain unaware that trafficking is a threat to their neighborhoods, families, and children. The first step in eliminating human trafficking in our community is to educate others. We must work diligently to ensure that all frontline industries, educators, and first responders are aware of this issue and how to spot it. And whereas we will continue our efforts to make the city of Northport a trafficking-free zone by combating the human trafficking of our children and vulnerable adults and mitigating the associated public safety, economic, and health risks to our community in collaboration with Child Trafficking Solutions Project and other anti-human trafficking organizations by combating labor trafficking, servitude, and commercial sexual exploitation through education of our staff, the implementation and enforcement of a zero tolerance policy against any act which may support human trafficking, and supporting collaborative community-based solutions across the continuum that includes prevention, recovery of victims, and prosecution of perpetrators. And ask all citizens of the city of Northport to join us in promoting a shift away from the culture of tolerance towards human trafficking. Now therefore be it resolved that I, John Hinton, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Northport in the state of Alabama, do hereby proclaim January 2023 as Human Trafficking Awareness Month and encourage all residents to join us in raising the visibility of this crime and to become more informed about ways to prevent, to recognize, and to respond to potential victims of human trafficking in our community. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Northport to be affixed this 9th day of January 2023. John Hinton, Mayor. Thank you.
I'd like to thank the city of Northport for all their efforts, ongoing efforts against human trafficking. Not only is Northport a trafficking-free zone, but also you have the West Alabama Human Trafficking Task Force, who is also well known across the state for their efforts against this issue. You might wonder why these proclamations are a big deal. It seems so simple, but every time this is read, it sows a seed. And someone here today may go home and decide to have that conversation with their teenager about suspicious messages that are coming to them through social media, or maybe a church member decides to have their church conduct a human trafficking training, or their organization does, and because of that, some of their members start to notice something that maybe they hadn't noticed before. So I just want to tell you how much we appreciate your time and your efforts against this issue.
Thank you. Let me give you this, and we'll have a picture made right quickly. Thank you very much.
Item 6 is approval of the agenda. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the agenda as printed? That's a motion by Councilwoman Bobo, second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb?
Pro Tem Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman
Yes.
Washington?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dyson?
Yes.
President Hall?
Yes. Item 7 is visitors to address the council. We have one visitor signed up to speak tonight, and it's Mr. Nicholas Brito. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, City Council, Mayor, everyone else. Today, the reason that we are here today is because Northport made history on Veterans Day. For the first time ever in the West Alabama, Central Alabama, we have a Veterans Day parade. And I remember when Ms. Webb called me and said, "What do you think?" I said, can you help us? I said, absolutely. So we got together with EFW, the American Legion, Vietnam Veterans for America, and everybody else that have anything to do with veterans wanted to participate. And let me tell you what, next year is going to be double the size we had. And this year we are only looking forward to the parade, but we are looking forward to the Memorial Day program. And I want everybody to give Ms. Webb a big hand, her and her staff, for everything they did to put this thing together. And I always like to give a little gift to the leadership of the city. And I found this, Mr. Mayor, can you come forward, please? Mr. Washington? This is the, in World War II, when the troops were coming home, they don't have civilian clothes, period. All they had was a uniform. So what was happening was that the police was arresting them because they were AWOL, absent without leave. So somebody, the history of what happened here, nobody really knows. It's just 10 different versions. Somebody designed this pen. It's called the ugly dog pen. What was it? They would give this to the soldiers when they left the service, and they put this little pen on their uniform. And the police would look at it, they would not arrest them. And I tried to tackle what happened. That he said one of the wives did it, and then people said, well, the Department of Defense, nobody knows what it really came from, but it did the job in World War II. So if you know any World War II veterans, ask if they have the ugly duck. And I got one for you. And I know, Master Sergeant, we're going to give you one. Thank you. Now I would like, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Enjoy it. Lauren, please come forward. The Vietnam Veterans for America to give you a presentation.
Mr. Mayor, before you say, while they are coming down, I am with the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 301. We are a veteran service organization. We help veterans that are in need. And An example to show you what we do. A veteran came to us and said that he needed his rent paid. We paid it. Another came and said, his utilities are about to be turned off. We paid it. Just here, last month, we paid 300 veterans and widows of the area at a value of $20,000. And Mr. Mayor of Washington, we have a certificate here that we would like to present to you all for your outstanding work for the Veterans Day Parade.
Thank you, sir.
That's all. Okay.
Can I get yours with them? Please? Oh, come on. You have to. Come on.
You guys need to stay around.
Don't go away. Gene Font, Ranger Commander of Post 123.
Mr. Commander, American Legion Post 123. We'd like to thank Northport and Council now, all of Northport for what they do for the veterans. Sometimes we get slighted, but not here in Northport. We want to thank you for everything you've done. The parade was fantastic and everything you do. If you would allow me, I would like to read this to you. The City of Northport Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to the City of Northport, Alabama for outstanding support to our veterans. We're fortunate to have supporters like you who are willing to give their personal time to ensure the success of our veterans. Your dedication and commitment to excellence set an example for others to follow. We're indebted to the City of Northport, extending our heartfelt appreciation for the support presented to the City of Northport.
Thank you so much, sir.
No, leave because we're going to take a picture of this side. This side. Where's the other?
Like something, let's get this done. We're gonna bring the whole council. Yeah, everybody, they're standing right behind us.
Ken, smile, you're in the corner.
Thank y'all.
President Hogg, if I may have the liberty of saying something.
Absolutely.
I want to thank the council for supporting the parade here in Northport, and as Lieutenant Colonel Brito said, it was historic, and the fact that we had all of our council members participate and be there that day, along with our former mayor,
I'm very appreciative of. And these gentlemen have fought and served so that we can be here today and enjoy the liberties that we have. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Brito, for your going out to all the organizations and ensuring that we had a successful parade and helping us line up everyone, get everything going, and we're most appreciative of your efforts, and thank you all for your service.
Thank you, Ms. Webb. And one more time for all of our veterans, thank you again for your service. Eight A1 is a second reading of a permanent resolution accepting maintenance for municipal public improvements except final layer for property located at Trussell Square, Phase 2. Ms. Tubbs.
That's exactly what you just said.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt this permanent resolution? That's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting beginning with Pro Tem Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. Eight A2 is the second reading of a permanent resolution accepting maintenance for municipal public improvements of the final layer for property located in the Summit subdivision, Phase 3. Anything else to add, Ms. Tubbs? Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt the permanent resolution accepting maintenance for municipal public improvements of final layer for property located at the Summit subdivision, Phase 3?
I'll move.
Motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
By Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting beginning with Pro Tem Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B1 is a resolution accepting change order number 1 for utility easement clearing. Mr. Webb.
Yes, this is a deductive change order for $6,020, and this will close the project out.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt the resolution for change order number 1, which deducts $6,020 from the contract price and authorizes the city administrator to execute any necessary documents to proceed with this project?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman Bobo, second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting beginning with Pro Tem Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B2 is a resolution authorizing water service outside the city limits at 14395 Bone Camp Road. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. President, it's a standard request.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt the resolution authorizing water service outside the city limits for property located at 14395 Bone Camp Road pursuant to the conditions in the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Councilwoman Bobo, second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting beginning with Pro Tem Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B3 is a resolution rescinding Resolution 18-46. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. President, this is simply a housekeeping measure. It puts us in line with the most recent pay plan that was implemented. Otherwise, it's just makes no changes whatsoever in job descriptions or salaries.
Okay, so basically just cleaning up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to adopt the resolution appealing Resolution 1846? That's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item 9C is our consent agenda. This ranges from minutes, bill listings, and PO requisitions. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the consent agenda as printed?
So moved.
That is a motion by Councilwoman Dykes. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Washington. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting Pro Tem Bobo.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item 10 is reports to special committees of council. If there's a member of council that has a report from their committee. Seeing none. Item 11 is public hearings. We have none. Item 12, city administrator's business.
Sir, I have two items tonight. One is in regards to trash pickup on Monday. Next Monday, a week from today, we will have a city-observed holiday, so any trash routes that are normally scheduled for Monday will be picked up on Tuesday. The second item I have is the procedure for filling the official vacancy that we have in District 3 now. We will accept, or I, as city administrator, will accept letters of interest and a resume. All of those must be submitted by residents of District 3 who are qualified voters for District 3. Those must be submitted to me no later than 4 p.m. on January 27th. The following week, we will be scheduling interviews with the candidates that have submitted interest. Those dates and times have not been determined at this point, but we will do that as soon as we have the number of interested parties available to us.
Okay, so just to rehash, if you are interested in the District 3 seat that will be appointed by the City Council, you will send an email or letter that has to be in the hands of the City Administrator by 4 p.m. on Friday, January 27th. This will also include your resume, your cover letter or your interest letter of why you want to fill this seat. There will be interviews the following week. And Ms. Webb's email address, for those that don't know or listening at home on Facebook Live or anything else, is gwebb@cityofnorthport.org. That's gwebb@cityofnorthport.org. Is there anything else? Okay. Item 13 is departmental business. We have none. Item 14 is mayor and council members' business. We will start with Mayor Hinton.
I have a couple of items. National Law Enforcement Appreciation Week is this week, and we express thanks to Chief Burton and all of the Northport policemen for their work every day. They do such a wonderful job. Secondly, and looking forward to this new year with excitement, I think we'll really see growth in many areas. Recently, I read where one smaller city, about our size in Alabama, reported over 100 business license requests from new businesses this past year. That is pretty phenomenal. I expect us to see similar growth as we move forward in Northport.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor Hinton. District 1, Pro Tem Bobo.
I would like to say thank you to Mayor Hinton for carrying on the tradition of Business of the Month. I appreciate that, and everything that you're doing with proclamations, and I'm just so happy that you're here. But in particular, the Hardys, I'm glad to see y'all tonight. I've grown up calling it the Five and Dime, so, and frequently walk down the street with my grandmother to the Five and Dime to get a Coca-Cola, and I'm so glad that y'all still carry those in the bottles. It's always fun to still come pop in down there. District 1 has road construction going on finally on Northwood Estates Drive. So I know everyone's been planning alternate routes, and we're just thankful to have that construction going on finally to get it back in some good shape.
Okay. Thank you. District 2, Councilman Washington.
I have none.
Okay. As stated, due to the vacancy of the mayor position and the mayor position being filled by one of the councilmen, District 3 seat is vacant. However, Councilman Hinton is still making sure he's overlooking and being available to anyone for District 3. Is there anything in the district that you need to say tonight? Okay. And we hope to have this filled pretty soon, as Ms. Webb alluded to as well. District 4, Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes, President Hogg, we have started on Charlie Shirley Road, the paving. Please be patient. If you can avoid the area, it would be better. But if you have to go that road, just please be patient. It's a small road anyway, so just be careful and look out for the workers.
Absolutely. Charlie Shirley Road, Northwood Estates Drive, two of the worst roads in Northport. I know there's a few others, and we're constantly working on those, but it's great to see progress in
in both of those areas in District 1 and also District 4.
Oh, 20th Avenue is no longer a washboard, so for your driving pleasure, please come visit. That one's finished. I don't think they've painted the lines on it just yet, but so you kind of drive all over it.
I think that's all the trips that Mayor Hinton has going back and forth to to his church. So
It was rough.
under District 5, I have no new business tonight. Tonight we do have a requested an executive session, and I will ask Attorney Mr. Davis.
Yes, we do need to have one. I have been reminded that as department head, I could be hired or fired by the city council. I have received numerous physical threats, so my original time estimate has been reduced. My part of the executive session will last no longer than 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
You can keep your job.
Thank you.
However, we do believe that this could take up to 45 minutes in total. We certainly hope not, and there will be no additional business undertaken after the conclusion of that executive session.
Well, I can tell you, if there's anybody here that's a betting man and thinks Ron Davis can be quiet after 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
I'll take that bet.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move to adjourn the meeting into executive session to discuss real property and potential litigation. The session should take no longer than 45 minutes. It is anticipated that the council will not take any action after the executive session is concluded, and staff does not need to stay except for anyone that has any information that needs to be present. So that will be in the form of a motion. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Washington.
Voting beginning with Ms. Bobo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We are in executive session. However, if there's anyone here that needs to meet with council for just a second or to say anything, please come forward and do so before we go into executive session.
Of course.